It has a really nice touchscreen on here as well, where you can go in and you can adjust the motor settings, the speed of how you follow. And so check out these scenarios right here. So you have time lapse where you can have either a motion lapse where you can set like different waypoints. So you can go from like here to here and then up. And then when you do that motion lapse, it'll actually run through that. You also have just a static time lapse and hyperlapse. There's the auto rotation, which is, like that Inception shot. But this one, it's great because it just keeps going and going. There's no end to the gimbal. It'll just keep going. But I love on here, there's even like a rotation speed, so you can even make it go faster or slower. And they have these custom ones where you can just press and it does it for you. It also has panoramic, where you can do a 3x3 panoramic shot or 180, or even go more custom with that. And if you scroll down further, you can go into portrait mode. So if you take this thing off, you can set it sideways and you can shoot things in portrait mode really quickly. And then there's track video, where if you have a really complicated shot, you can actually go through and set different waypoints for your videos. So it's like, we'll start this one right here, and then after 3 seconds, it's gonna go to this one over here. That way, if you kind of like being your own little robot arm. And where it makes that even cooler is if you're doing something with a lot of motion capture, you can like get the exact same shot every single time. On the front as well, there's A/B buttons where you can actually set your shot. So if you go to this shot right here, I'll hold down the A and it will actually set that as A, and then I'll go over maybe up here and hold down B, and it sets that as B. So if I click A, it's gonna go right over to A. And with that A/B, you can actually go through the A/B settings right there, and you can go like to an autofocus time, and you could change how long you want it to go between A and B. So if I wanted to go just 1 second, so ready, hit B, boom, 1 second, A. There's just a lot of ways to just be more calculated on using this. I also like that there's a FPV button over here, so that if maybe you're in pan follow and you're getting some more shots that are locked in place, you can actually quickly switch it over to FPV mode. That way you can kind of just freely move around, and then when you press FPV again, it goes back into that last mode that you had it in. You have an F1 and F2 like function buttons. F2 is already set to default as a lock screen for your screen, and if you hold it down, you can recalibrate your gimbal. The trigger on the front is just like most gimbals, where you can hold it to lock it in place, and then you can double tap it to go front and center, and then you can triple tap it to go to selfie mode. Hello.